Yeah, no, can't say enough about our pitching today. Iwakuma was awesome. Really, back and forth, really good command of all of his pitches. He elevated late in some counts, so really expanded the strike zone against a pretty good team. So outstanding job by Kuma, and then bullpen held it together. Diaz was good again, and I give Steve Cishek a lot of credit. I mean, he's had some tough outings this year. And in a 1-0 game, your margin for error is so small, but made great pitches. His slider was obviously very effective today, and he stayed with it.
Hey, he will come into 90 pitches through 7. That is.
Yeah, I just I thought his stuff was very sharp today, but I think Kuma's track record is when he gets in that 90, 95 pitch range, that's kind of where he's typically at. So that was the thought process there. Obviously, we have a rested bullpen. You've got Diaz down there that has been striking out a lot of people. So that's the way we went there. Steve did a really nice job at the end. I mean, tough at bat, leadoff double. A little surprised that Altuve bunted, but made a good play, went to third base, and you look up and Altuve's standing at third base a couple pitches later. He's that kind of player. He can do so many different things. But Shrek made pitches. I thought Sucre caught a very good game as well.
It was good to see seeing Kuma with all his stuff. It seemed like all his stuff was working.
Yeah, it really was. I thought the elevation on his fastball was something that we looking at numbers and the analytical guys brought to my attention and Mel's attention this last week. Maybe he wasn't expanding up and down as much, and when he does that, the split is much more effective, and then he'll get some chases too because he's deceptive up in the zone. So great job by everybody. Getting the information, people working through the information, getting it to the player, and then him putting it in play. So full team effort.
This has been a lot of starts now for him that he's been this good. I mean, where would you guys be at without him with the injuries you've had and everything?
Yeah, we wouldn't be in a good spot. There's no doubt. He has been our most consistent guy, very resilient, good competitor. And for me, it kind of goes all back to his preparation. He's very professional. He is prepared. He has a game plan, and he has the ability to go out and execute it and think through it and then make adjustments, as the game goes on. So, he's a veteran. He's a real pro, and, very fortunate we got him.
You didn't do much against McCullers. Martin Leonis had a couple of nice swings.
McCullers is really good. He threw a lot of breaking balls today, and our guys, struggle with it. You kind of got to get it up because when it's down, you're not going to hit very many of them. But Leonis has had some success against him, getting on some fastballs, big triple. Robbie found a way to get him in, and, that was about it today. We did not have a lot of chances. And, going into the game today without Marte, without Nelly, you're hoping that, you can keep it close at the end and then, get a couple big hits, and that's exactly what we did.
You did work McCullers' pitch count up. Was that important?
I thought we did a good job. He did walk a few guys, some longer at-bats, even when we didn't, win the at-bat, which is important, hoping to get him out of there after 6 innings, and it was, he's a tough at-bat. He really is. When he's on, the life on his fastball, and then with the breaking ball, it's tough.
How has Cishek been this year in terms of mentally? I know he's given up a career-high 7 homers already.
Yeah, I think, talking to Steve, talk to all the guys here, we come back after the break and talk to them about what they want to improve upon or get better. And, he's aware that he's given up a few homers late, and, that's what happens, when you're in that spot. And, you end up losing the game in many of those cases. But, he made some comments to me. He wanted to make some adjustments, doing some things kind of on his pitch selection and how he's locating pitches. And, he did a really nice job today. So I trust him. And I think anytime your closer's down there, you have to let it ride out. There's going to be a few bumps in the road, and there has been this year. But, he is going to compete. He can make pitches when the game's on the line, and that's what you got to do in that spot.
Has Diaz fully earned your trust now for situations like that? I mean, like
Yeah.
8th inning,
Yes.
1-run game, yeah.
Yes, he has earned my trust.
Is he the 8th inning guy?
Whether we have an 8th, whatever, for me it doesn't matter. He and Benoit, like we talked about with Diaz, because he is a very young pitcher, we got to be careful on how much we expose him. And I want him to have something left in his tank when we get to September. He's never pitched in September before. He's been a minor league player. Their season's over at Labor Day. Ours isn't. So, we'll use him, we'll use Benoit, we'll use Nuno, we'll mix and match down there. But, he's been electric. He's been really, really good.